All right, Shalom. Before I start, going to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachakorash, to honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. And another little clip, right? And this is something I've done videos on this before, but Esau, Edom, y'all, he has this weird obsession with us while hating us at the same time. And I'm gonna play some clips. It's funny, we're told how unintelligent we are. We told how, they tell us how we couldn't exist without them, right? They civilized us and taught us everything, but at the same time, they worship us as a people. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, our physical features, right? Our capabilities, the very same things that they worship, they're jealous of us about. It's just a very sick and twisted type of mentality that these people have, but it makes perfect sense, y'all, because it echoes back to their forefather Esau, and it echoes back even further to Cain. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is a natural-born hater. Rather than seeing somebody doing good and wanting to add unto it or wanting to get up under them to build up like them, what does he do? He wants to kill you or take from you or, make use of you. Esau, Edom, is the world's first hater, literally going back to Cain. The spirit that was in Cain would go on to be the spirit that was in Esau. So it's no coincidence that, at the same time, here it is, you'll have a MAGA supporting right-wing ultra racist, you better not date a nigger, type of white boy, right? Big old fat stomach, big gulp drinking motherfucker, gout, rocking chair, MAGA hat motherfucker, right? But at the same time, when he gets home after his shift from work, who is he watching on the TV screen? Whether it be MLB, NBA, or NFL, a bunch of niggas run up and down the field, and our boy, he's getting it done this year. He's injury free. He's looking healthy. He's gonna get it done this year, boys. Right? They have a sick obsession with us, y'all, and it's just one of those things. As Israelites, we have a very peculiar. We get put in a very funny chair in the earth, right? We have a very special perspective on the world. On one hand, motherfuckers can hate your guts, and the other hand, motherfuckers worship you. So I just got a couple clips I'm gonna show. I want to start with where's that clip at? Let me find I can see it right there, bingo. Let's start.
That's special.
Indeed it is, and he always puts on a show and performance. Even when he's lining up and he thinks he's got his poetry beating right in her mouth. I mean, look at her face. It's just, she's getting the attention. He's probably engaged. The garden outside Buckingham Palace. She's going, stay cool, stay cool. Stay cool.
She can't stop smiling, boy. Come on.
The world is not watching me.
And right there, Usain Bolt was known, I guess, for being, a man of the people. But here it is, y'all. Some of these same people in the crowds, right? Oh man, why that nigger so fast? It's just because he's black. And then you pop up in their face, they all smiles and want to get your autograph and love you, right? They got a signed autograph of Kobe hanging up in the wall. Y'all, we're dealing with these people are mentally fucking deranged. Don't you doubt that for a split second. We're dealing with people, the spirit that is in them is not upright in them, like it tells us in Habakkuk. But I want to start with this, y'all. Simply put, Esau, Edom wants our position and our lot. He's covetous. He's jealous. And that spirit goes back to Cain, the first fucking murderer on the earth. Make no doubt about it. Genesis 4. We're going to start at verse 3. It says, and in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahweh. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof, and Yahweh had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. So right here, and at this time, they would have known what they were supposed to offer up. They had the image of God, right? The order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai given to their father Adam, which would have been passed down to them. So Cain chose to be a niggard, right? Meaning to be greedy and to give an improper sacrifice. And it says his countenance fell, so he was all butthurt, all bent out of shape. You see his brother Abel getting love and admiration. His sacrifice was accepted, right? And so what do you see now? The Heavenly Father has some words for him here, but we're going to jump to verse 8. Does Cain go to Abel and say, man, you know what, man, can you help me out with that for the next sacrifice? Or, man, you know what, man, that was I'm glad he showed you some favor. No, what do you see? Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? So this man murdered and lied, y'all. And the spirit that is in Cain, once again, would go on to be the spirit in Esau, which would go on to be the forefather of the so-called white man, right? European, spread around the world today. And this is a very spirit that they carry. They are abhorrently jealous. When a white person sees anybody that doesn't look like him doing something better than him, it eats him up on the inside. Why? Because he has an inferiority complex, hence the basis for white supremacy. He's gone around the whole world telling everybody how great he is. And when he's proven that he's not as great as he said, he gets so bent out of shape, he's willing to kill. He's willing to lie. Here it is, y'all. The average white family in America, as they say, right? The average black family has a liquid wealth of $5,000, right? If you had to sell everything that you actually physically own, not lease or renting, the things that you actually own, you can only come up with about $5,000. Northern Kingdom, they got a little bit more, $50,000 plus. The average white family has $100,000 plus worth of assets they own that if they had to sell and liquidate, they could get that amount of money for. Here it is. They'll still find themselves hating on you at the job when you do something good, right? Hating on you. Here it is. You're poorer than them. You pull up in a car, they looking at you. He must be selling drugs. No, we not selling drugs, bitch ass nigga. Esau, Edom is the original hater, the original jealous nigga. And remember, y'all, covetousness is what? Let me get the Heavenly Father hates covetousness, and covet, to want something that doesn't belong to you. Right here, I want to get Sirach 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth he casteth away his bowels. Bingo. A person who is covetous, they're empty on the inside. They'll take and they'll do whatever they can. They'll do whatever they can to take whatever they want from somebody, even if that person is in a lower position, y'all. And this is why the parable, what was the parable that Nathan laid forth to David, right? He gave him the parable, you had a poor man who had his one sheep that he loved, and you had a rich man who owned much, but he saw that beautiful little sheep and took it from the poor man, right? Now, this was a parable being laid forth to David, dealing with the adultery that he had committed. But it's a good parable in general, dealing with covetousness, jealousy, and greed. The so-called white man is the most jealous bastard on the earth. Here it is. This man has the whole world under his hand, right? But when he sees you doing something, as an Israelite with our natural athletic capabilities, right? They get all bent out of shape. They see you with a white woman, they get all bent out of shape. Don't worry about why she like me, what is or may not be in my pants. Don't worry about it. Nigga, your people, nigga, you went to college good. You got a good job. Why are you worried about us and our broke poor asses and unintelligent, right? That's what you say we are. Obviously, that's not the case, y'all. We are the chosen people. they innately feel inferior when they are in our presence. That's why they do and say weird shit around us. And brothers, y'all know, we can all give testimony, bro. We can all give some of the, man, you just got such good genetics, man. I wish I could, man, back your bitch ass up, bro. I'm getting changed, bro. What the fuck are you know? You be in the locker room like, nigga, back up. Esau's weird, but he's naturally, he feels inferior. And so many of the things that he's done in society, it points to that, y'all. Some of the very laws that he set up in this country were things based on shit that we like doing. Like what? The no loitering law. What do we like to do famously as a people, y'all? We'll just stand around in a circle talking shit to each other, right? Taking shots, flaming, whatever, you know, different states we call it different things, right? Joning on each other, wherever you from, right? Oh, y'all can't do that. No loitering laws, right? What do you mean, nigga? We stand around here talking. Everything that we do, they're jealous of. Whether it be physically or spiritually. And in the spirit, Esau lost the birthright to us. So he forever feels forsaken, right? He forever feels slighted. Let me go to that Genesis 27. Give me 1 second, y'all. Genesis 27. Where is it at? Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yep. Okay, Genesis 27 and I'll start at 34. It says, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. All right. Now we got him out that blessing and that birthright. And since then, he's been a forever hater. Right? Jump down to I'm gonna keep reading. It says, and he said, thy brother came with subtlety and hath taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? So this is Esau complaining to his father Isaac, because Jacob came and supplanted, which was set up through the Spirit. Verse 37, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white man, is not blessed like the children of Israel. Now, the average Edomite walking around doesn't know this consciously, but their subconscious, their spirit understands it. Hence, whenever they see us getting any leeway in the earth, they automatically feel bent out of shape, because they are forsaken of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, and they can feel it in their fucking spirits, y'all. Hence, they put oppression on us, because in the end, we're going to rise above them and forever put them down. Jumping down to 41, the famous verse, and Esau hated Jacob, because the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And they feel it to this day. That hatred towards us still exists, right, whether they physically know it for that or not. All right, another clip I have, and this was funny too. Look.
Get right here. I swear to God. Love this nigga right here. I swear to God.
I die, making them bitches cry. And nigga, don't ask me why. I flow that pimp shit, cause I know that pimp shit. I smoke that pimp shit.
Love.
Hey, Jay's stupid. Hey, you know, had that bitch in tears. You know, she sound Eastern European, right? He all in the back, mean mugging his shit. But she can't help herself. She loved Jacob. And at the same time, y'all, you one moment they hate us, the next moment they love us, right? It's a very sick, symbiotic relationship we have with these mother effers. And at the end of it all, y'all, we're going to rise up above them. And they know it. They know that they are inferior. Hence, they need the gun to shoot you. They know that they're weaker. Hence, they need the cuffs to restrain you, right? They created testing systems in a format that is bland and boring that our people don't like to deal with, right? So they can try to, you know, give themselves higher test scores. They create foods to eat that, you know, the heathen can get away with, but it's contrary to our digestive tract, so it breaks our bodies down. You see what I'm saying, y'all? They've come up with every device and plot and plan to try to break us down. And at the same time, when you go to little Jimmy's room, he has a picture of LeBron up. It's bugged the fuck out. All right, I'm gonna get this. I got 2 more clips I want to play too, y'all. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me play this one first. The famous clip. The famous clip. I know some of y'all remember it, right? And this kid, hey, I remember Elder Apostle Tahar did a video on it, you know. If this kid is lucky, right? If he was lucky, he better hope he is Israelite foreigner. But if he's not, you know, he's completely cooked toast. But I get the feeling the motherfucker ain't, you know. Motherfuckers like this, you put a couple drinks in them, you know, some niggers and spiggers gonna come all flying out his mouth, so.
We block!
Not entertained!
We can show him it tomorrow.
I deserve to be blocked! I listen to too much black music!
Yeah, you do listen to too much rap. He knows too much of the dance, too much of the team.
Danny Brown!
Shit, he acting drunk right now. I don't know what's up with him. He looks too young though, but you know, who knows? Motherfucker pouring his little heart out.
God!
John 11's cool grades. John 3's John 3's Memphis Grizzlies and Spurs in the West. Pacers and Heat in the West. LeBron just hit the game-winning shot in game 1. This just isn't fair.
See, you know, he's talking about, look, y'all, all the people they look up to are Israelite men, right? Northern and Southern Kingdom. Here it is, you know, motherfucker favorite soccer player, it'd be Pele, right? Favorite fighter, it'd be Anderson Silva, right? You know, everything that they look up to is Israelite men. Is deeper than color, right? Esau feels an inner angst, a inner buzzing in him that he's not the man. And when he runs into one of us, he has to get reminded of that reality, whether it be because of Israelite man's natural charm, right? Whether it be your, you know, your literal athletic capabilities, right? Here it is, this nigga, you know, he'll see hoes choosing up on you. He'll come up hating. And any brother, you know, who's ever stepped out, we've all dealt with that live prime time, right? You know, you get love from the ladies and who come wobbling around the corner, right? Being a demon. Edom. They simply can't help themselves. They hate our guts. The real hater, you know, niggas hating on me. No. Esau, Edom is hating on you, nigga. And he has you living on a fucking prison planet because he wants what you have, which is what? The blessing. This is deeper than skin color and, you know, shooting that damn basketball, which niggas can do. We have a destiny of eternal rulership. They have a destiny of damnation. I'd be jealous too. Shit.
I'm angry as shit. I'm not black.
You are. Oh, you're not.
Why aren't I black? It's gonna be so embarrassing.
Why are you sad that you're not?
Here's the principle, look.
And you know, at the same time he's saying that, y'all, you just know, you know, he'll drop him and the homies will drop an N-word quick, right? Or if let's say a black guy got with his sister, right? Oh, you fucking mud shark, bitch, right? All that type of rhetoric. They have a weird and sick obsession with us. It's ridiculous. Let me actually get this other clip, but then we'll get the scripture and finish out. All right, I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna let the clip play.
Isn't real. Only neurophysical baselines are. When people talent isn't real. Only neurophysical baselines are. When people
And talent is real, right? Blessed. That's the proper term for it. And the way that this guy runs his system, he always tries to explain things carnally, right? Scientifically. We simply be blessed, right? Now, if that means we have heightened reaction time because we have quicker synapses running in our brain, then okay, whatever. That's the scientific word for it. The Lord gave a nigga quicker reflexes. Simply put, we are blessed as a people. You look at some of our great forefathers, y'all. Abraham was blessed, y'all. And he was a man of war. Isaac was blessed, getting at resources. Jacob was blessed, getting at resources, right? Why do you think Laban didn't want to let him go? Here it is. Laban was at the same time, he was jealous because of Jacob's greatness, but at the same time, he didn't want to let him go because Jacob's greatness was bringing wealth to Laban simultaneously. Joseph was blessed, right? Was bringing wealth and power to the Egyptians. It's the same story. Wherever we go, we're the blessed chosen people, and everybody hates on us and wishes that they were us, all at the same time. They keep us in the loop of exploiting us and then dogging us. A sick relationship, if you ask me.
athlete talent isn't real. Only neurophysical baselines are. When people look at athletes like Roy Jones Jr. or Allen Iverson, they call it talent because they don't have a better language for what they're seeing. These athletes didn't dominate because they trained harder than everyone else, but because their nervous system operated at a much higher baseline from
because they were blessed. The Lord gave them the capability to do things your regular ass can't.
Start. Roy Jones could react, counter, and express force at speeds and angles most trained fighters couldn't even process. Allen Iverson showed up the same pattern, beating elite defenders with timing, first-step explosiveness, and spatial awareness rather than size and strength. This is where copying the top 1% becomes a mistake. Most athletes assume that if they train like the outliers...
Boy, that nigga Iverson was getting down. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all.
And spatial awareness...
Hey, you didn't have to like Iverson, but he would have put your ass in a blender, whether you fucking liked it or not. That boy would have had your kneecaps one way and your ankles down the other side of the goddamn court, goddammit.
Rather than size and strength. This is where copying the top 1% becomes a mistake.
Boy, even the camera was trying to keep up with his ass, boy. God damn, man.
Most athletes assume that if they train like the outliers that they'll get similar results, ignoring the neurological starting point that made those athletes special. Their training didn't create dominant results, ignoring the neurological starting point that made those athletes.
Hey, and this is on the minor level, right? We're in our captivity. We sin against our God, right? Our households are broken. Many of us come from, violence and drugs. And we're still able to outshine these sons of bitches. Despite all of the things they said on paper, despite all of the propaganda, we're still able to literally soar above these mother suckers, y'all. And they hate that. They've run an entire campaign of lies, and we still outshine them. I'd be mad too, goddammit. I'd be mad too. I'm just happy to be a part of the team, you feel me?
Special. Their training didn't create dominance, it simply didn't interfere with it. Some athletes will outperform others no matter what program they follow, as long as their training doesn't blunt their nervous system. Now, that doesn't mean training doesn't matter. It means training plays a different role depending on the athlete. For neurodominant athletes, the goal is preservation and refinement, not accumulation and fatigue. For the other 99%, training matters more, but only if you target the nervous system efficiently instead of copying freak behavior. Nervous system training works best when it's raised your personal ceiling rather than chasing someone else's biology.
And walked over his ass. So basically what he's saying in this video, simply you have guys who are simply born on a higher level. You can only train to what you're capable of, right? To a degree it's true. But we don't have to, these guys are simply, the Lord, that was their blessing, right? The Lord gave some niggas, some niggas can jump out the gym like Jordan, right? It's no big deal. But Esau, Edom, and these heathen, right? They hate on us because of these capabilities that the Heavenly Father blessed us with as a people. Northern Kingdom, I don't think I've met a Northern Kingdom that can't, well, I'm jive talking, right? But Northern Kingdom tends to be very rhythmic, right? Northern Kingdom can dance their ass off, they can cook their asses off, right? Women be beautiful, right? We were blessed on both sides, Northern and Southern Kingdom. And Esau, Edom, he's got the rule of the world, but the boy don't got no salt in him. So he's angry. He's angry. Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. This man has done us much wrong out of jealousy, y'all, out of that ancient hatred, like it tells us in Ezekiel 35, if I went to it, that perpetual hatred, bro. That's why it says in the Revelation 20, that old serpent, y'all, the devil, this man has been, he's been our primary antagonist for a long time. And at the end of it all, we're gonna figure out who the fuck is the man. It's gonna be shown as this all goes down in the earth. The world is gonna know whom God chosen are. Is it Jacob or is it Esau? We gonna find the fuck out. And I'm all here for it. All right, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So at the end of it all, y'all, we're gonna wrap these motherfuckers up. We're gonna get them back for all the evil and the misdeeds that they've done to us, and that all of that jealousy and hatred, it ain't gonna got them nowhere but except for a big old ass whooping. So that's it, y'all. Just some clips. I thought it was funny. They hate us because they ain't us, right? Everybody wants our rhythm, but nobody wants our blues. The little funny little sayings, but they all have truth to them. They wish that they were us, but they never will be. Was that in that Luke 16? Between us and you there's a great gulf fixed, so that they that would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. We have a destiny that's great, and you will never obtain it, so suck it, like we used to say back in the day. Hey, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakurash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the like Akim Wa'akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.